All right, Jake, we're going, man. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
How pumped are you right now?
Oh, I was pretty pumped. It's been a pretty crazy week now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on cloud nine though for sure.
So the whole process of being drafted into the MLB, like I know a little bit about the NHL, how it goes down, and I guess there's meetings beforehand. They want to know you as a person and things like that. So how does the MLB draft work?
Yeah, so during my season, I had probably like 25 teams come and like reach out to me.
Wow.
So yeah, almost all of them. They came met me in the coach's office, did like eye tests and did like brain test sort of things.
Brain test.
Yeah, like just processing things and everything, and then they did like videos like picking where pitches are gonna go and if you have to swing or not. So it's pretty crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Dudes today, and he said that you guys were up with the senior team. I think, what was it, last year? Well, you've been there for a while now. Or
Yeah,
not a
for
while,
sure.
but he said that you were one of the younger guys on the team. So I wanted to ask you, like, being around older guys and things like that and seeing faster pitches, did that help you in your transition going to Kentucky and helping you grow as a baseball player? I guess is the question.
I think it did help me a lot because having like guys around that been around the game longer, they could help me like when I was in struggles and everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. And it was definitely the best competition around. So
Yeah.
I wish I was going up to Sydney with the boys this weekend, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
I don't know. Dudes was this year, and he's like, "Oh, I got to be cramped in that van going up." So I think you're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So how was the flight in, coming in and meeting everyone yesterday at Beasley?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Lots of kids running around and everything, and lots of adults too. But it was good.
The adults are probably asking
Yeah.
for autographs.
Yeah, it was good to see everybody though. That's
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, and see old Beasley.
Yeah. I want to know about going to Kentucky for last year. Leaving home, it's tough at any age, I think, and playing somewhere. How did you find your transition going to play college ball?
It wasn't too bad. Like, so my first 2 years, I actually went to junior college in Nebraska.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, so I went there for 2 years. I went there out of nowhere, basically. So, like, right out of high school, I just sent out emails to them, and then they responded. So I didn't have any, like, baseball scholarships or anything.
So how do you prove yourself to someone in Nebraska? You just get someone to film you, and
Yeah,
you
it's just
send them
film and then, like, stats from here, but stats from here don't really go anywhere.
Really?
So they offered me a walk-on, and then after first semester, I got a full scholarship for, like, the last 3 semesters there.
Wow.
And then Western Kentucky started following me down there, and then they actually came down and visited me and watched me play and everything, and then I went and visited the school.
How did you land on them? What made them? What made you say yes to them?
Probably the coaching staff was pretty good because my head coach used to coach at Clemson and San Diego State and everything, so
Yeah.
some pretty big schools for baseball.
Okay.
And then probably the conference we play in too. Like, there's lots of traveling, and then lots of good teams.
You fly?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, we went to Miami and Pensacola and Mississippi and Texas too. So there's lots of good flights.
What's that part of the world like? I've never been to Kentucky or anywhere even near it. What's the culture like? Food, music, things like that.
There's lots of music, that's for sure, because we're only like 45 minutes from Nashville.
Oh,
So,
are you?
Yeah. So we go down there sometimes and hang out. But yeah, the music's good. The food's pretty good too. It's a little bit different though, having like biscuits and gravy for breakfast. Like, you don't ever think
For
about that
breakfast?
back. Yeah, that's what they eat for breakfast. It's weird. Yeah. It's like a
Interesting.
southern thing.
It's in
Yeah.
like I guess so. But for breakfast,
Yeah, like every hotel you go to, you don't get like just bacon and eggs. You get those too. Like,
really,
yeah.
America's crazy when
Yeah,
it comes
it's
to
crazy.
everything like
I'm
that.
surprised they don't have poutine down there. I say cause that's like an American. You'd think it would be like American food too.
Well, just gravy in general.
Yeah.
Gravy's everywhere.
But they use a lot of like white gravy. It's weird.
What's
Like,
white gravy?
It's just like flour and then there's like sausage and stuff in it. So it's like that's what they put on the biscuits and gravy for breakfast. Yeah.
White gravy. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking of donair sauce.
I know. That's what it sort of looks like.
Have you had a donair yet since you've been home?
No, I'm gonna have to get one today. That and the poutine. Maybe get a donair poutine.
So you said you leave Sunday?
Yeah. So it's a quick turnaround.
Man. So what's the plan other than doing all this media stuff while you're home? Just being with friends and family
Yeah,
as
just
much as you
hanging
can?
out. Watched the game last night, so that was pretty fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I was up to like 2 in the morning watching that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Other than baseball, did you ever play any other sports?
Yeah, I played hockey growing up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was a goalie until I was 17. So I played midget triple or midget double A my last year because I didn't have midget triple A.
Did you have to come to that point in your career where you're just like, I got to pick baseball or hockey?
Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna train more for baseball. So, yeah.
It's interesting at the age of 17 how you have to make that decision and then you have to go. When it comes for training for baseball, like I'm more of a hockey guy. I don't know much about baseball. I wish I played when I was younger. But when it comes to training for baseball, is it similar to hockey, or are you doing more lifting and I guess upper body? Because hockey's a lot of legs, but I don't know. Is
Yeah.
baseball a lot of legs?
Baseball is a lot of legs, but not as much as hockey. That's for sure. It's more like do a lot more like hips, like a lot of
Hips?
deadlifts and stuff. So like hamstrings. It's more
Yeah.
hamstrings and quads. So
Yeah.
it's that, and then a lot of upper body.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I was in a batting cage the other day with dudes. I don't go to the batting cage a lot. I had a great time. It's fun, like getting in there and just like getting reps in and things
Yeah.
like that, and seeing. I remember dudes was telling me to get my arm up, and that little difference that made me hit so much better. Not that I'm any on level or not on a level of you, but is there any like adjustments I guess that you've made over the years that allowed you to be the hitter you've become today?
Yeah, I think I switched up my stance a little bit when I got to school, so it helped me like I started open now, and then I come close, so it's
What does that mean? Start open?
so like my front leg is like opened up a little bit more, like not in line with my back leg. So
Yeah.
and then I come in and close off, and then lets me get that outside pitch, and that's the one I like to drive. So yeah.
Is there a lot of scouts up there when you're playing college ball telling you what to do? Because at the end of the day, you're the player, but there must be a lot of people just like in your ear being like, "This is what you need to do. No, this is what you need to do."
Yeah,
Is there
definitely
anything like that?
Definitely the coaches are always in your ear. Like if you have a bad game, they'll take video every game, so we'll watch our swings after every game. So they'll pinpoint stuff, and then we'll have to go in the cage and everything and work on that for the next game.
Does that ever get annoying? You're just like, "Come on, let me do my own thing here." Like, get off
A
my
little
back.
bit, because like my swing's a little bit different than other people's. Like
How so?
I don't know, I'm more like unorthodox. Like it's I have like a bigger stride than more people, so like it's just my legs move a lot more than most people. But
Okay.
I get my hands to the zone
Yeah.
and it stays to the zone longer, so it's like a little bit different.
Throughout the year, dudes was telling me about the stats you were putting up. Was there any point throughout the year where you were surprising yourself? You're like, "Holy shit, how am I doing this?" Was there anything like that?
Probably in March. Like that was like I hit my first home run like March 1st, and then
When does the season start?
in February 15th.
Okay.
So like I started off like the first 2 weeks a little bit slow. I was only hitting like 290, and then in March I hit like 480 with like 15 home runs.
No.
So yeah, it sort of shot up there. Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. I didn't think it was gonna blow up that much, and that's when I started seeing all the scouts in the stands for batting practice and stuff.
So where do you think the confidence came from?
Just keep going at it, really. Like I feel it was like the same in JUCO. Once I hit that first home run, they just started coming. So that's all I had to do, get the first one out of the way.
Do you wear batting gloves?
It depends. So like when I was hitting bad, I started out wearing batting gloves, and I was hitting bad. I took them off, and then went no VGs, and then that's when I started hitting home runs. So then I had to not wear them for a while.
Do you have any superstitions in baseball? Like just you personally, like getting ready, any preparation, anything like that?
Not too much. Just I can't wear sunglasses on my hat when I'm taking batting practice. I don't know. It's
Why?
just-
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Whenever I took it, I just had bad batting practice when I have a glass on my head. So if I have my hat, I just throw them away. And then, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's that, and then I have to put my leg guard on first before I put on my elbow guard. So,
Right on.
yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, you got to wear that kind of stuff, though, in college, because people are throwing, like, so hard. Like, the fastest I saw this year was probably 98, so, yeah.
Do you ever talk to any guys? Like, how many people get drafted in the MLB draft every year?
It's a lot. It's like 1,200.
So you must be running into guys every day that are about to be drafted or like going to be drafted. Do you ever stop and have conversations with guys on the other team about like, hey, any scouts talking to you? Any teams talking to you? What are they saying? Things like that. There must be a rumor mill within the baseball world.
Yeah, so, like, well, when we play, like, midweek games, which is, like, our like best competition, but it's not, like, our conference. Like, we'll play, like, Vanderbilt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So talk to those guys a lot because they get a lot more exposure being in the SEC and everything. But, yeah, so they don't really give much information because you don't really talk that much. But, yeah, they always say that there's scouts around because, like, if you're playing at a school like that, you know there's going to be people around. So, yeah.
Well, it's interesting. How many scouts are around here in Nova Scotia? Is there a lot?
No, probably like 2 or 3.
So going away because when you play hockey here, there's tons of scouts.
Yeah,
you're just
for
used
sure.
to it. So if you're not used to tons of scouts being here for baseball, when you went away, did you ever think about the scouts or anything like that, or did you just like, whatever?
When I started seeing some people, I started to get a little bit nervous. But
Did
then it got a little bit better through like because there's literally nobody like down here really. There's like a couple, but yeah, one time what was it? We were playing at Louisville University, and there was like 75 scouts there. Like it was their area scouts and scouting directors and everything. So yeah.
How did you handle talking to them? It must be, how old are you? 20? 21?
21, yeah.
So you're still a kid. Did you have trouble like talking to these scouts or anything like that?
No, not
You're
really.
fine?
No, they just asked me like my story and everything. So it's like it's pretty unique coming from here and everything.
Yeah.
Playing baseball, you don't really think that.
So being drafted to the baseball mecca,
Yeah.
has it sunk in yet?
Not really, I don't think. So probably the next couple weeks I will, but it's been pretty crazy.
So what was the trip down like there to Tampa?
It was pretty awesome. So first day I got there, we were doing physicals, and walk in, and Aaron Judge is sitting down there, and then Giancarlo Stanton too. So like I was in the training table between both of them. So I was like, what am I doing here?
What did you guys talk at all?
Yeah, I talked to Judge a little bit. So
What were you guys talking about?
just about like what happened, like where I went in the draft and everything. And then he's like, good shit, man, good shit.
Is he a good guy?
Yeah.
He like welcomed you? He like didn't
Yeah.
make you feel awkward or anything?
Nah, because he went through the minor leagues for a while.
Did he?
Yeah, he didn't start playing in the majors till he's like 25.
So what was he doing down there? Did he just you said he's
rehabbing.
rehabbing?
Yeah, he got hurt, so he's rehabbing. I was actually in his BP group the other day.
Were you?
Yeah, on what was it, Tuesday? Yeah,
Was he giving you any tips when you were out there with him?
a little bit, yeah. But he was just crushing balls, like
Was
just
he?
flicking them out. Yeah.
Dude, I honestly, I don't know how you're able just to sit here and act so casual about it. Like you're actually at batting practice with one of the best hitters in the world,
Yeah.
and now you're just sitting here in my basement and you're just acting like it's like that. Come on, man, that's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's absolutely insane, absolutely insane. And you're able to go. You're going back there when you leave Sunday.
Yeah.
You're going back to Tampa.
Yeah, I'm going down there for 2 weeks, and then I'll probably head out to Staten Island or Pulaski. That's where they send most of their college guys for the short season for the first year.
Me and dudes were already looking at how long it takes to drive there. We're gonna come visit you.
Sounds good.
That's
We'll get you guys some tickets.
I love it. So you're gonna be down in Tampa for 2 weeks. Where are you staying at the hotel?
Yeah, we have like a extended stay hotel. So me and a couple guys are staying in there that got drafted. So I'm in there with the first round guy, the 9th round guy, and 11th round guy. So
Okay.
yeah.
So what do you guys do? Is anyone from Tampa that's at the hotel? The guys you just mentioned.
Nah.
So what do you guys do on the day off?
Well, so we practice every day from like we get down there to the complex at 6 in the morning, and then we're done.
6 in the morning.
Yeah, and then we're done till we're done at like 1 or 2, and then we're done for the day. So
So what do you do at 2 when you're done? When you're done,
go to the beach.
do you fish at all?
Yeah, I love fishing. So
Do ya?
I'm gonna start. I didn't go yet down there. We're gonna probably go shark fishing or something.
Are you guys close to the Tampa Bay Rays Stadium?
Yeah, we're pretty close.
You can go see a game there.
Yeah, and then our A team is down there, the Yankees. So
Are they?
the Tampa Tarpons.
Are they?
Yeah, so they're right by our facility.
So at this point, like, are you just a sponge? Anything you see, anyone that you run into, are you just trying to learn? Because at this point, like, being a professional baseball player is all new to you. I couldn't imagine the things that you're just trying to take in. Like, is there anything that you saw, even if you were in Tampa, for how many days were you there? 2, 3?
I was there a week before too.
Were ya?
I did a pro scout day before.
So what's a pro scout day? What do you?
So basically, you do physicals down there too, and then you run a 60, and then take batting practice, and then there's live batting practice too off some of their guys. So it's pretty crazy.
Have you ever been to Yankee Stadium, the new one?
No, I haven't. So better get down there. I think they're sending us down there in a couple weeks. So
Wow.
hmm
You get to go through like the locker room and see all that stuff.
yeah,
Dude, you're on cloud 9. I'm on cloud 9. I feel like I'm playing for the Yankees right
yeah,
now.
it's crazy. Like so much stuff you see and everything.
But that's the thing you might not. Well, maybe you do realize it, but everyone from around here feels like they just got drafted to the Yankees.
Mhm.
Like when you said you went to Beasley yesterday and everyone was so happy for you, it's because a part of Nova Scotia is going to be in the big leagues one day. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it's a real cool feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And the
for sure.
excitement around here, because you got to admit it, the only professional sport is pretty much just hockey that goes to the NHL.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a few guys that have gone to the MLB, and you're that first guy
Mhm.
or second or third guy. The dudes were saying there was a couple other guys, but it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Do you hold some sort of like responsibility? Like, are your parents like putting not stress on you, but just like you got to hold yourself to like a higher standard? Especially being the Yankees, they're like the New York, or they're like the New England Patriots of baseball.
Mhm.
Like they're the
Yeah.
top. They're the top dogs.
Yeah. So not really, but
Not really. I love it.
they just they just want me to like keep my head on my shoulders and everything. Just keep being a good role model and everything. So like show the kids that you can actually get somewhere in baseball and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's great.
Yeah.
I think if you put too much pressure on yourself in this stage, you can
Mhm.
kind of take away from your game. You just got to kind of act like everything's the same. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's guys like me and the media guys that make sure everything's hyped up. We all think it's a massive deal and try to make it a massive story. But at the end of the day, you're just playing baseball,
Yeah. for
something
sure.
that you've played your whole entire life.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Like even it's still the same game. Like you're just playing against the ball. Like that's all you're trying to do.
Did you have a favorite team growing up?
Well, being from here is probably Toronto, but
Yeah, that's fair.
I like the Yankees growing up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Jeter.
Have you ever been to New York?
No, it's
Well,
crazy.
I've
yeah.
never been either.
Yeah, I'm excited to go down there though.
A couple of the boys went up and just said it's mayhem. It's just a baseball mecca. Not even in the Bronx, just all throughout New York. Everyone
Yeah.
wearing the Yankees hat.
Yeah.
Has your social media gone up in followings and things like that?
Yeah, I think the day I got drafted, I think like 1,000 followers in one day. So I had to take it off private. I was just like, I'm not done. I'm done clicking through all that.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, you were just going through like accepting everybody,
I was
accepting
like,
everybody.
yeah, I'm done with this. I was on the phone for like 6 hours trying to do all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So where were you when you found out you got drafted?
I was watching it in the clubhouse back at Kentucky with my coaches and some of my players.
What was your reaction?
It was pretty crazy. So like I knew a couple picks before that I was going, but like when my name got called is when it like really like sunk in. Like it's pretty crazy.
So how does it work? Do they call you like 6 picks before and say, "Listen, Jake, we're gonna draft you"?
So like my advisor, like he was talking to them, so like he talks to them, and then the Rockies were actually trying to get me a pick 100, but then something went through, and then I went with the Yankees. So he called me, and then he said the Rockies are gonna take me, and then they didn't, and then he called me back, and then said the Yankees are taking me, and then yeah.
So then you just sit there and wait for it to be called.
Yeah, it was like 5 picks after the Rockies, so
5 picks after.
yeah.
It's cool that you're on the East Coast too. It's good for family and friends. So if the games are on, you're on the East Coast time.
Yeah, it'll be a lot better because like if I was in the Rockies, it would be like West Coast time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 or 3 hours behind, something like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
Yeah.
So what's the plan for the rest of the summer? I know you dude said that you're going to be playing spring ball or summer ball, a shorter league,
Yeah,
something
it's
like that.
called short season, so it's like A ball.
Okay.
So like I'll probably be in Staten Island or Virginia. Like that's where their 2 teams are.
Okay,
So
okay.
like after my 2 weeks in Tampa, I'll find out where I'm going.
Are you doing research on the 2 teams you might be going to, like the stadiums and things like
Yeah,
that?
the stadium's pretty cool in Staten Island. It's right on the water, so like.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Okay, keep going.
And then Pulaski, I've never really been to Virginia. I've been there like one time, but it looks like it's pretty cool. But it looks a little bit smaller. I'd rather probably go to Staten Island, be in the bigger spotlight.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'd rather be in the big spotlight. Do you like the shine? Like you like being out there and making sure that, I guess, people know not know who you are, but if you're going to be going to New York, you're going to be somewhat known. Do you mind? Like some people play the sport just to play the sport, but 2019 there's a media side of things. Do you care about any of that stuff, or you
Not
bring it
really.
on?
I just try to keep playing, but like if it happens, it happens. Like
Yeah.
our media like sort of blew up at Western Kentucky too, so like that was pretty good for our school. So it blew up after this season, but I just try to keep playing the same game that I always do.
When you say that the social media blew up in Kentucky, why do you think that was? Just because of you, or because was there other players, or why did it blow up?
It was like pretty well like the whole team, but like I helped a little bit, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
Brad, go ahead.
But yeah, that's it shot up a lot. That's what like every day there was something new.
Really?
Yeah, even like now I'm still getting stuff like awards from the season. Like it's crazy.
You're still getting awards?
Yeah, like the last 3 days I got 3 All-Americans. So
No.
yeah,
Dude, congratulations.
Thanks.
That's a big deal.
yeah.
I said in the intro that you got a triple crown, and I acted like I knew what it was. So I need you to explain to me what it was.
Okay, so
what it is.
That's home runs, RBIs, and batting average. So I had the highest for my whole conference for all 3 of those.
Dude.
Yeah, and then I had the highest in Division 1 for slugging percentage.
Do you ever just sit back and just go? Do you ever just like, wow, how did I do that?
A little bit, but I'm just like, I don't know how I got up here. I'm like, well, all the hard work and everything, but I didn't expect for it to blow up like that. That's for sure.
Talk about some of the sacrifices that you've made in order to get drafted into the MLB. Some kids are going to be listening to this, and they're going to need to, a little bit of advice on how to get there. What are some sacrifices that you made to get to where you are today?
Yeah. So when I went to junior college, I literally just left from here. Nebraska's like a 38-hour drive.
Did you drive?
No,
Or did you?
I flew, but we had to fly to Denver, and like my parents went down there with me, but we didn't visit the school or anything before, so I just sort of showed up.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a scholarship, so I didn't even know if I was going to be on the team. So yeah, I was like,
That's a big sacrifice.
yeah, here we go.
Wow.
Then I had to keep working for that, and then being away from the family is a little bit like it's a sacrifice for sure, but I got used to it pretty quick. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Was there any low points of the career that you had to battle through? A lot of people have to go through adversity. Maybe they think they might not make that next step or anything like that. Or would you say your career was like a smooth sail and you knew where you were going to go to?
It was pretty smooth going through McCook and then to Western, but there's struggles along the way in baseball for sure because like it's a game of failure, so you're gonna fail at some time.
Yeah.
Like, you're good if you're hitting like 3 out of 10 times.
You're good if
yeah.
you're hitting 3 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like Yeah, if you do that in the majors, that's pretty good.
I've always wondered about baseball. Whenever even I watch it on TV, it looks like such a mental game. Well, even if you're a pitcher or if you're at bat, you're up 3-2. You don't know whether to swing. You don't know whether to make sure it's a ball or not.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about the mental aspect of the game, because this podcast is mostly hockey. Baseball's a new sport, not a new sport, but we don't really talk about it that much. So I just talk about the mental side of it, because that, to me, it's a huge fascination of mine. The mental side of baseball.
Yeah, there's crazy mental sides about this. Like, you're trying to think what the pitcher's going to throw. You're trying to, if you were in their situation, what would you do? Even if they want to throw like a certain pitch, they could miss their spot, and like, so you always got to be ready. But yeah, so you need to. There's a lot of numbers in baseball, so it's like
explain.
Like it's like percentages of what they're going to throw. Like, we have like all these charts and everything in our dugout. Like, they're like the velocity, like how many innings pitched and stuff like that, and then their balls and strikes ratio. So like, and what pitches they'd throw in certain counts. So it's like, you gotta know all this stuff before you go up there.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you do your research on the pitcher beforehand, like before you go up there? You're like, okay, this guy throws this.
Yeah. So like, be like, if he's a heavy slaughter guy, be ready to sit that and then react to the fastball. So like,
wow. What's it like facing a pitch at 98 miles per hour?
You don't really. It's like a white blur, basically.
A white blur. So you're just guessing?
Well, you can see it, but like, you only see it for like that split second. Like, so if you're off, you're gonna be off. But like, I guess you can guess, but if you guess and it's like a curveball, then you look pretty dumb.
So then what's the difference between a great hitter and a good hitter? A great hitter, I'm assuming, is you and what you've been able to do, compared to a good hitter. What's the skill set that you have in order to hit home runs and just get balls into the field? What do you think that your skill
probably
is?
just like pitch recognition, so be able to pick up the ball like out of the pitcher's hand, and yeah, because you can tell like their spin that's gonna happen from like where they're throwing and everything, and then probably like an approach, like what pitch you want to hit in a certain count and everything. Like, if it's like if you don't want to hit a curveball, but it's a curveball, you can just let it go and then just fight to get to the next pitch. Like,
so when a pitcher's throwing a ball, you're looking at his hand and not the actual ball as it's coming to you?
yeah, at the start, yeah, and then you follow it. But I always look for the hat.
What does that mean?
So like, because people like pitchers have different arm slots, so I'd look for the hat first to pick up the ball, and then follow it in from there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Is there any eye practices that you do? Like you said that you got to pick up the ball last second or like millisecond.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any exercises that you do with your eyes to make them almost sharper or anything like that?
Just like when I'm on deck, I just like blink super fast just to get them set and everything. But that's about it. Yeah.
You said that in your interviews that they do mental test, mind test.
Yeah.
Can you give me an example of like maybe what a mind test is?
It's just like different like puzzles and like remembering stuff, and then like it's like put up like letters for like, you gotta type in letters as fast as you can and everything. Like, I even had to do like it was like a booklet. Like, I felt like I was taking a math test. Like, it was just like a booklet of all kinds of shapes and stuff, and what patterns would go here and what patterns would go there and everything. So
why do you think they do that?
Just to see, because like baseball is such a mental game. Like, see like where your brain's at, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you get prepped for that? Do you have an agent?
Yeah, I do.
So does your agent prep you for things like this beforehand?
Yeah, and he tells me what I'm going to be doing and stuff, like the meetings before, so I can get a little bit ready for it, but
that's
still
crazy.
hard. Yeah.
It's crazy to think that it's a game of baseball, but outside the game, there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, just the game is just a little thing. Everything else is like so big.
Especially in New York.
Yeah.
Especially in New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy to think that the process you're going to have to go through in order to play for the New York Yankees is baseball, but there's also things on top of that you need to go through in order to get there.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about the climb, or do you just take it day by day? Because in order to get to your goal, there's going to be some grind. There's going to be some things that aren't going your way. Do you ever think about that, or are you just day by day type guy?
Nah, I try to go just day by day. Like, yeah, just keep playing every day. And then if I keep playing good, I'll keep moving through the ranks. But if I struggle a little bit, then I'll just keep finding a way to get better.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it, especially at your age. A lot of people would get maybe intimidated.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big hike.
Yeah.
New York Yankees. How many people are in a pitching rotation? Not a batting rotation. 9?
Yeah.
And the best hitter, dudes gave me a little rundown. I'm terrible with baseball. But the second slot guys, they're the best hitter, second or third?
Yeah, it's like third, but like it's starting to move to second now. Like,
why?
I don't know. Like, the leadoff guy's always like, he gets on base a lot and he's fast, so they can steal bases. And then you want him on so you can get RBIs. So, but like Yeah, it's like it used to be fourth because like if you can get the bases loaded right away, but that doesn't happen that much anymore. So now it's moving like second or third.
Where did you hit this year?
I hit third.
Nice.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
I saw when you were up in New York that they had a stall ready for you with your name on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Was that that was obviously at the practice facility?
Yeah.
So how did they just prepared that just because you were coming?
Yeah. So that's pretty cool with our name tags and everything on it. Got the Canada flag up there.
Talk about first class.
Yeah. They got us all kinds of cleats and stuff and everything too. Jerseys, pants and stuff.
So when it comes to custom gear,
Oh, they have it all. If you need anything, you just go there and they'll give it to you.
anything,
Yeah. Like bats, cleats, gloves, like anything.
chewing gum,
Yeah.
seeds.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Was there food in the clubhouse?
Yeah, there's like a cafeteria and everything.
What kind of food?
It's like healthy food, like it's like high protein, like it's like a lot of chicken, beef and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, but gets you through the day.
I heard you're a big fan of sour peaches.
Oh, sour keys.
Sour keys?
That's what they're saying. Yeah, I used to eat them during the dry games all the time. Have my back pocket full of candy.
The guys
playing
were
right
the
field.
guys were saying if the Yankees paid you in sour keys, you'd be just as happy.
Yeah, probably. They don't have them down in the States, so I need to bring some down.
Here's what you do. You look for a sponsorship opportunity. You call
Yeah.
up Sour Keys and go, listen, I'm playing for the Yankees soon. I need some Sour Keys sent down to the bench.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your favorite flavor of seed?
I like dill pickle.
Dill pickle.
Yeah, or cracked pepper. That's pretty good too.
I like barbecue.
Do you?
Or no, sweet chili. Sweet chili.
Okay, yeah. There's so many different ones down in the States, like it's crazy.
What did they have on the bench down there in Kentucky? They got everything?
Yeah, well, on our field we weren't allowed because we had turf, so we can't spit seeds on the turf. But when we went to other places, they had a bunch of other ones. Like they had every kind of flavor.
That's frustrating. You can't spit seeds
I
on
know. You're not even supposed to have gum, but we all did. But
You can't have gum.
just melt to the turf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What would you rather play on, turf or real grass?
Turf because you can play like even if it's raining and stuff. So like, yeah, your games never get canceled. So
What's
pretty
Yankee
good.
Stadium? Turf or real
No,
grass?
that's grass.
Is
Every
it?
other one, every major league park's grass except for the Rogers Center. So,
Really?
yeah, and I think the Diamondback Stadium too because they have like the roof too. So
I was listening to a Pete Rose interview the other day, and he was saying that a lot of these stadiums are built for hitters. They're changing so that these hitters are getting massive amount of home runs because apparently back in the day the stadiums were bigger and there was people hitting less home runs. Do you know anything about that?
yeah, I feel like the stadiums are getting smaller, but I think they're making them smaller because like the fans love seeing home runs. So like, yeah, it's making more entertainment for them. So I think like people like watching more home runs than pitching duels probably.
And that's going to be able to sell the game more. People love home runs.
For sure.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I want to be able to go to I've never been to a game in Toronto.
Really?
You ever been?
Yeah. I played at the Rogers Center a few times too. Tournament 12. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was pretty cool.
Yeah?
Like, played with the roof open and everything. So yeah, took batting practice there. Played a couple games.
Did you hit a home run in Rogers Center?
I had 3 in batting practice. So, but I was only 16. So
That's a massive deal. 16?
Yeah.
How old are you now again? 20?
21.
Did you take batting practice yesterday?
Not before. The day before I flew. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, I did take batting practice last night. Yeah.
How many home runs did you hit?
Only a couple. Bobby was throwing me cutters in on the hand, so he's trying to dice me up a little bit.
Do you guys use wooden bats in college or metal
College
bats?
is metal.
Metal?
Yeah.
When
When I went to junior college, it was wood. But we were the only like conference that used wood, so that helped with my stats a little bit.
What would you rather use, wood or metal?
Metal, you got a little more give, so you can hit home runs with bad swings still. But wood, you have to like power it out for sure.
When you did batting practice yesterday, did you use a wooden bat or a metal bat?
Yeah, I swung wood.
Did you? So that must have been the first time in a while then.
Other than when I went down to Tampa, yeah, it was.
So when you're down in Tampa, did you got like a custom wooden bat?
Yeah, I signed a deal, so I swing Mark Lumber. So it's like it's a Canadian company actually, so it's out of Quebec, so that's pretty cool.
So just like you can custom a hockey stick, you can custom an
custom
actual
like
bat?
paint jobs and how much it weighs and everything. Yeah.
So what paint job did you go with?
Right now I just got some blank ones, but I'm gonna customize a couple. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna make up some crazy designs.
You got time on your hands, you can just
Get my
hilarious.
agent to do that.
That's awesome. Do you put grip on the bat or do you
Yeah,
use like tape?
I usually just use tape, yeah. But if I'm going with no batting gloves, I'd probably put nothing on, just pine tar.
Pine tar. Isn't pine tar illegal?
No, you're allowed on bats, but not on like your glove or anything, because it's like it helps with grip for pitchers. So pitchers can't use it, but hitters can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's in the dugout anyways, everywhere. Then
Yeah.
it sounds like.
Yeah.
I wonder if a pitcher ever got away with that, just using pine tar.
Oh
Probably.
yeah, lots of them do.
Do they?
Yeah, but it's hard to hide it on like a hat or something because pine tar is like brown, and it'll get on the ball. But people have other ways too.
Oh yeah, I never thought of that. That's true. Yeah. It is white.
Yeah.
I caught this ball at a Rays game. It was the first pitch. It was a foul ball.
Really?
And it landed right on my brother's lap. It was sick. Other than the Rogers Center, have you been to any other MLB games?
Yeah, I went to a couple at Fenway because Boston's close. So.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know if the Yankees fans are gonna like that.
Oh yeah. Me and dudes went to Fenway this year for Red Bull Crashed
Yeah,
Ice.
I saw that.
It was unreal.
Yeah.
Such a historic building.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Speaking of Boston, Big Poppy, did you see that?
Yeah, that's crazy too.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, because he's such a big guy for baseball, and even like Dominican too. Like,
Man, that's scary to think the guy that's like a king there got shot.
yeah,
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "What the heck's going on?" Like,
Yeah.
and everybody reaching out to him and everything.
They had like a moment of silence for him at the Sox game the other day. I thought he died.
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, he didn't die, did
No.
he?" I had to go back and look, but that stuff's scary. But
Yeah.
anyways, just goes to show you the power of baseball and how big you can become, especially an idol like him.
Yeah, and especially like down in those like countries like the Dominican, Puerto Rico, and stuff. Like, it's so big. Like,
Yeah.
everybody in the locker room and the practice facilities, like Venezuelan and like Puerto Rican, Dominican. Like, there's only a couple like Americans and Canadians. So like I'm the only Canadian down there right now.
No.
Yeah.
What about on the Yankees roster right now? Is there any Canadians?
Nah.
Dude, you gotta.
I gotta work my way up there.
Well, if you can make this work,
Hmm.
like that's a big deal.
Yeah.
If you can make this work, you're gonna be a Canadian hero. Who's the other guy? Votto.
Yeah, Joey Votto.
Have you
yeah.
ever talked to him before?
Not really, but Larry Walker, he used to play back in the day. He
Yeah.
called me the other day, so that was pretty cool.
What'd he say?
Like, he was just telling me how to like stick with it and everything. So yeah, he was a Hall of Famer. Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
So what's one aspect of the game that you're trying to get better at right now?
Probably my defensive a little bit because like I just started playing outfield, but I actually got drafted as an outfielder. So like I only played this year as an outfield.
Center, left, right?
Right. I played right, but I got drafted as a center fielder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I played with the dry last couple of years in the outfield and then at school this year. But yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. I used to play third base and first base.
What do you prefer to play?
Wherever, really. I'm pretty versatile, so like I like to move around wherever. You get a lot more action in the outfield now in college than like what you did when you were a kid.
Yeah. Well, I remember some kids quit baseball because it's so boring at a young age because there's no one hitting the ball. You're just standing out there. And
Yeah,
like,
picking dandelions and stuff.
Picking dandelions, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I used to do.
So what made you stick with it?
I don't know. I sort of always had power when I was a kid, so like I would be the one to hit it out there. So I was like, maybe somebody will hit it out to me.
Maybe someone will hit it out to me.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's good,
Yeah.
man. That's good stuff. It sounds like this whole baseball thing is coming full circle for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always a good story. Don't get me wrong. I love a story, a success story. But a guy that comes from, Nova Scotia is not the biggest baseball market and then goes onto that scale, it just sounds like the making of a cool story.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Hollywood could be approaching you soon. You could make a movie.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You start writing the script. You get
I
it
have to
going.
get somebody to write it for me.
Get your agent
I'm done with school for now.
Get your agent to write it for you.
Yeah.
So you're done school, eh?
Well, I still have a year.
Okay.
So, but they put that into the contract, so they pay for it whenever I'm done, like
No
playing baseball.
way.
Yeah. So that's pretty good.
Sick.
Yeah, or I can take like fall classes online and stuff and get my degree. So
Do you know what you're gonna do yet?
I'm taking in sports management, so
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna open a facility or something to help kids like
Yeah.
try to get to college and everything because they don't have that much for down here. Like it's
Yeah.
all like Alberta and stuff that has those like baseball facilities and stuff.
I didn't even know Alberta had a baseball facility.
Yeah, they have a bunch out there.
Really?
Yeah, that's where a lot of guys like they go to like be like a hockey school, but it's like baseball school. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
so like like Vauxhall and Okotoks and stuff like that in Alberta.
Traveling the United States last year, where other than because obviously New York is a baseball mecca,
Mm-hmm.
what would you say was one of the cooler states that you went to that just loved baseball?
Probably Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas loves it. Florida does too, for sure. But
Well,
in
yeah.
Texas, it was like all baseball.
Really?
Yeah.
In what
Baseball
sense?
and football for sure.
Oh yeah, football too. They love high school football down there.
Yeah, football's massive down there.
So in what sense was baseball just massive in Texas?
Just like everybody loved the Rangers down there. So like, yeah, because we were down pretty close to them, so everybody had Rangers hats. It was sort of like New York hats and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Texas, they're loyal to their fans for sure. Or they're
Yeah.
loyal to their teams, excuse me.
Yeah, American sports is so much more like different than here. Like they put so much money into sports down there. Like it's crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Talk about the difference that you found from Canada, just the United States, and in sporting, not even in baseball, just in general. Like you said, they put money in football facilities. They have money in USA Hockey. Same with baseball. I guess I can answer the question for you, but everything's just bigger. Everything's just more powerful, more money.
Yeah, that's
they,
for sure.
They put
like,
time and dedication into this.
the donors always like they're loyal to like their school, so they put lots of money into like their like football facilities. But you don't get much into like other sports like baseball.
Yeah.
But like basketball's pretty big in my school too, so that brought in a lot of money for the school. So
Did you go to any games this year?
yeah, I went to like all of them. So
Yeah.
yeah, they made it to the Sweet 16. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That's a cool feeling.
yeah. And then football wasn't that good this year, but last 2 years before I got there, they won like a couple bowl games. So yeah,
Sick.
yeah.
Outside the baseball and the party and at school and stuff, what's the best part about going to the NCAA route?
It's just like being able to like walk around campus and people like know who you are, sort of like I guess you're sort of like you're just another student, but like people know who you are and everything, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And having like following and stuff, so
You probably made so many friends down there this
yeah,
year.
that's for sure. Yeah, over the last like 3 years being at McCook and then being down there, made a lot of friends, met a lot of people, been to a lot of like different places that I never think I would go to.
It's cool when you're able to use the sport of baseball to travel everywhere, go anywhere in the world you want.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think, at a young age, at 21, they don't realize that you can use a sport to network, to build opportunity, to do so many other things other than the actual sport of baseball, like the networking side of it.
Yeah, that's for
Because,
sure.
you know, at the end of the day, how old was Jeter when he retired? 39, 40?
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, he's still young. But now look at him. He's a businessman. He's
Now
the
he's a
owner of
GM,
them. He's a
yeah.
GM. He does all this other shit.
Yeah.
And it's like at the age of 20, or 21, you got to realize that the opportunity that you're in now, use it to as much as you can, make it worth your while, and
Yeah,
like
for
create
sure.
memories.
You
And
never know who's
meet
going to be a
people.
doctor or something.
Oh, exactly.
Or a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
And like those are people that you're going to need on your team at the end of the day. I'm sure your agent's going to help you find a lawyer and things like that. But man, you gotta network and find the people that are going to help you with your career. 'Cause
Yeah, for sure.
Who
It's always
knows?
good to have friends around too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like at the end, who knows? Like at the end of the career, you open up a Jake Sanford baseball school.
Yeah.
You know, and you have a facility down here, and just like almost how Newbridge did hockey. Who knows? You just think big, right?
For sure.
Well, you're going to New York, so you're going to learn how to think big anyways.
Yeah.
So. Oh man, that's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah. It's been a crazy ride, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd imagine. I can't. Like, I'm pumped that you're just sitting here and talking about this.
Yeah.
Like the judge story, you're just sitting chilling with him.
Yeah.
Did you get his number?
Nah.
I was gonna say let's call him right now.
Yeah. He's probably sleeping.
Who was the other guy down there? You said
Stanton.
Stanton. Did you
Yeah,
talk to him at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little bit busier though, because
Why?
like he's trying to get back in. Like he's almost back, ready to go. So, yeah.
So does he just have like a team of guys around him? I can imagine
Yeah.
like a guy
I guess
like
security and everything is pretty crazy.
No, he does. He has security in the Yankees.
Well, but like when he walks out, because like there's like fans like even at the facility just waiting outside for like there's like 500 fans just waiting for autographs and stuff. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And like when we practice, there's like fans are allowed to come, so there's like 1,000 people at practice.
And you're just there hitting balls. There's 1,000 people watching.
Yeah.
So when you leave the stadium, are you signing autographs?
Yeah. So it's like even just like me getting into it, like I'm still signing autographs and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's amazing.
It's crazy. Yeah. Like that's another thing in college baseball. Like there's a lot of fans too. Like our games, we probably had like 5,000 fans at it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you must be doing interviews after every game with the local media.
Yeah, for sure. And then we have our own media guy, so we do them with him, and then we have like the other guys too. So,
So you're somewhat media trained.
yeah, getting there.
Yeah. Well, you have to be at this point.
Especially going to New York.
Yeah.
Supposed to be next week. I think I'm going on Barstool Yankees, so that would be a big one.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
You're going on Barstool Yankees next week.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out, man. That's awesome. Who
Yeah.
are you interviewing with?
Hubs.
Hubs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure to drop the high button when you're
I
up there.
will for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's sick, man. So you're gonna call in from Tampa, or they're gonna call in? That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little crazy.
Yeah, man. Whirlwind of a life right now for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. It seems like you're taking it well. So we're coming up here. The last minute of the podcast is yours. If you want to thank your parents, family, friends, anyone, just go ahead. And also probably you got to thank the Dartmouth Drive. They're going to be listening to this on the drive down.
Yeah, I got to share it to dudes and the boys driving up there right now. Wish I could be there with you guys. Beat up Sydney this weekend. But, yeah, I like to thank my parents, all my coaches over the years and everything, giving me the chance and the opportunity to be where I am right now. So, yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out
Thanks
of your
for having
day.
me.
That's awesome. All right, everyone listening, thank you very much for tuning in. My name's Justin. That's Jake. This is The High Button. Go to all of our social media outlets, like, subscribe, comment. Love you guys. We're out. Peace.